I got lost tonight under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky. I got lost tonight under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky. I don't know where to take this, I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment, we're living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder, but we're getting older. Baby, it's you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky. Oh, you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky. Follow me. I don't know where to take this, I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment, we're living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder, but we're getting older. Baby, it's you and I.
I'm here when you need my voice. 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 Sweet.
lost touch, but I'm still here. We were young, we were kids, it was something rare. I told you everything, but when it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, oh come on, yeah. When it all burned down and you lost my number, or you couldn't even call, didn't know if you recovered or not. Come on. When it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, come on. You were someone I trusted with all my heart. Always understood where I was coming from. You cared about me, but when it all burned down and you lost my number, or you couldn't even call, didn't know if you recovered or not. Come on, come on. And I didn't know if I would see you again. Oh, did I lose you? I think I might have lost you. But when it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, oh come on, yeah, come on.
Good evening everybody and welcome back to the Unitox 11 Twitch channel for something a little bit different tonight. You may notice it's not my normal setting, it's not my normal backgrounds because we have got some RSC SSA action for you tonight. We will be taking all of the games that the A stream do not want. That's a lie, by the way. These are going to be the best games of the night on this channel, I guarantee you that. We're kicking things off very, very hot. And of course, for the entire evening, for these two games that we have, I have the man to my left, Big Chebs. How are you today, sir?
I'm incredible. Just coming off the back of RSC EU, ready to jump into RSC SSA for don't know. Maybe Greybeard would say the better league, but I'm a little bit shaky about that one.
We're calling it the better league. Let's be honest. But
just for yeah, I can get along with that.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. But look, we are here ready. Oh, we're being told to leave the match, so just give us a second. But here we go then. It's going to be 5 o'clock GMT. It's going to be 7 o'clock SSA time to get things underway. So with that said, let's go through a couple of the things that we need to talk about before we go live. So here is our calendar. Of course, week 9 is now finished and you find us on the bottom row. It's Prospect, 11th of November. And that is a very exciting position to be indeed. And then, of course, because we're in Prospect, we now have a look at the standings. It is Jokers and Cubs who guaranteed themselves a place in today's playoffs. The play-ins taken by Omega Force, Tswana, Casia, and Accelerate. So we will be covering the Tswana versus Casia game. And on the A stream, you'll be watching Omega Force versus Accelerate. So 2 big games happening at this time, and we're very excited about it. Last thing that you can see is, sorry, not that one. We're going to get there by the end of the week, I promise. There is the bracket, so you can see exactly who is on what stream. If you are a fan of any of these rosters, you can let them know by joining the relevant streams as and when they come up. And now we can see that our particular stream is right here. Tswana versus Casia in the first game of the night. Cubs versus either Omega Force or Accelerate in the second game, which will then, of course, be followed by that grand final, on the A stream. Oh, right. Oh, got there, Chebs. And looks like the players are getting into the lobby, so we'll get this underway very shortly. But talk to me a little bit about this first game.
Yeah, excited for this one. Some very well-known players here in SSA. Obviously, Alex Def Attack, he was around last season, did very, very well. Is doing well this season as well. We also see Demonix YNWA. He was around last season, did quite well. So some very well-known players here within RSC SSA, and it's going to be a great one to kick us off this evening.
It is going to be a fantastic one, as we say. Let's have a look at the teams. Over on Tswana, it will be Alex Desafak, as you mentioned, Matthew, Frenchie, and Tosh. 3-3-3 in the league. Very even, but they made it look good. And then, of course, over onto our second team, it is DSQ, Casia, Krevin, Atomic, Donald, and Abinaventa is what we're going to go with. 3-4-2 to finish the season. And Chebs, should be, as I say, should be a good one. 4th and 5th in the league. Finished very, very close. This one could go all 5.
Yeah, 100%. Both teams very solid over league play and obviously very even as the season went on. So going into playoffs, they're going to have the kind of mentals to win, but they also know what it's like to be losing and how to come back from that. So 2 teams that kind of know what they need to do. So it's going to be a fun series.
It is, and with that said, I think we are ready to get things underway, don't you, Chebs? Do you have a prediction for us before we get things properly underway?
Ooh, do I have a prediction? I think I'm going to go with Tswana taking this one.
Okay.
In 5, so I think we'll go 3-2 to Tswana.
3-2 to Tswana. I was really impressed with Tswana last week, so I don't disagree with the pick of Tswana. But in the interest of being even, I think I am going to go down the DSQ route. Because really, either side could win this game. I think that's fair to say. So I think Casia are going to win it. I think we do go all 5, whichever way it happens. As we get things ready, we get the players into the lobby, and we get things underway. Game number 1 in this best of 5. And let's have it, Chebs, which I think game 1 is going to tell us a lot about how this game is going to pan out.
Yeah, 100%. I think going into game 1, both teams will kind of feel each other out. I think you mentioned that last time these two met, it was a 2-2. So they've played each other before and kind of know what to expect. But as I mentioned, every playoff bracket it really takes that first game to kind of feel each other out.
Yeah.
To kind of work out who wants what, who needs what. And yeah, going into game one, both teams are going to have to definitely step things up from league players. We already see Casia trying to bring this one forward, but can't do too much with it as it heads back down the other end. And Donald picking this one up, trying to bring it forwards, and yeah, being cut out straight away. But especially here down in Prospect, it's all about the little things. It's trying to pick up the pieces and finding those mistakes and finding those gaps and not making any yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be inside as Week's now down this right-hand side. Hang on, Future Life just to bring it through, and Weet-Bix might be there at the near post. It is cleared away, and I completely forgot that Tswana was that team where they have none of their matching names. I know Weet-Bix is one of the names that we mentioned earlier. I don't know which one it is. Has Future Life up on the right-hand side. Find anything. Trying to cut inside. Might find Alex, but will be met by some resistance and the clearance away from DSQ.
Can be picked up on this back line as not the greatest of clearances, almost a shot on target from Atom, but is cleared away in the end. And Craven's going to pick this one up, trying to bring it forwards, but Future Life is going to be waiting for it. Craven still pushing forwards down this side, but cleared out by Weet-Bix. Now double demo for both teams as the ball is going to head back into the half of Alex Def Attack. Now Donald picking this one up, but leaving it for Craven. Going to be blocked out by Weet-Bix. You can be sat here on this side. Atom now over the top, trying to find a teammate, but no teammate is going to be found. Alex Def Attack trying to clear this one, but Weet-Bix is going to be waiting in the middle. And now a little bit of space here for Casia to find some space. No, is going to be a shot on target from Future Life, but saved out by Craven. Now Weet-Bix backwards, going to be able to get a little touch on that one, put it off to the wall. Trying to bring this one forwards, but no. Blocked out by Atom, and Craven still trying to push down on this right-hand side. Pass middle, but blocked out by Alex, and both teams having these small opportunities, but not really able to get anything too dangerous towards net yet.
No, and I think you're right in what you say. There's nothing to... Oh, hang on a moment. That might change quickly. Craven going to have to make the save. Future Life working back, and now Atomic takes the shot. Will be cleared away by Weet-Bix once again. This one starts moving forwards, ball inside. A lot of DSQ fans in the chat making their voices heard. As well, they should. Their side have started brightly, but it's been very 50-50 between Casia and Tswana so far. Future Life on the left side. Looking to follow that one in. Weet-Bix waits on it. Off the backboard, but no one is going to be there to follow in. Atomic down the left, beats Alex. Now tries to get another 50. Future Life has won that one. It's awkward for Craven. Should be able to clear this one away. And does. Less than 2 minutes left. It is still 0-0 right now. But oh my goodness, Alex almost got that goal. Great save from Atomic. And I have to say, defenses, they're standing strong right now, Chips.
100%. Both teams, 5 shots to Tswana, 4 shots to Casia. So both teams having some shots on target. But both defense standing strong at the moment. Way over halfway through the game, 1 minute 30 left to go, and yet to see a goal here in game number 1. Ball going to be heading middle from Craven, but great block by Alex to keep that one away from danger. Still going to be heading towards net though, but Weet-Bix is going to get a touch onto it. Donald now going for the bump, doesn't manage to get it, and Future Life is able to pick that one up. But now straight back across net, Weet-Bix clears this one away. It's going to be met by Craven.
Oh my goodness.
On target, double demo from Future Life. Is going to have to try and be capitalised on, but not able to get it out from their back lines. Atomic cross to the middle, but no one there waiting to put that one away. Weet-Bix going to try and bring it forwards, but blocked out by Craven, who sends it straight back down the other end. It's going to go for the bump yet again, and we're seeing Casia go for these physical plays, but not really connecting at the moment. But as soon as they're able to kind of connect on this back line and get a demo off, it's going to definitely be costly, as big miss on the sideball. Future Life on his own is able to get this one out. Now Atomic Bomb onto the backboard is going to get another touch on it to send it dangerously into the middle, but Craven not able to beat Weet-Bix to that one. Donald committing slightly over the top. Weet-Bix into the middle, Craven there to meet it, and yeah, almost the full game gone without a goal, and both teams really look like they're getting something going.
Big bomb.
That's going to be dangerous. Atomic Bomb up, trying to get the dunk, isn't able to get there, and 5 seconds left on the clock.
Oh.
Maybe going into overtime. Donald to the middle, but blocked out by Weet-Bix. And that should hit the floor and we see overtime.
Game 1 OT, just like we like it here on this channel. Makes it so close, and both these teams fighting, not wanting to make the first mistake, and neither of them has yet. Alex, that might be the first one. Looks for this one, not going to find it. As now Alex finds the pass. Future Life can't get it on target, will be cleared away by Krevin. Weet-Bix is back. A demo might be coming through. That one's off the backboard. Demonix is looking for this one. Atomic at the back post, looks for the shot. Oh my goodness, what a save by Future Life. 30 seconds gone in OT. Still no goals.
Yeah, incredible save from the side of Tswana, and they're really up against it at the moment. Casia with way more shots here in game number 1, but the saves coming through. Weet-Bix 5 saves here in game number 1, so definitely the player keeping them in this one, and this one will be heading downfield. All 3 players from Tswana a little bit overcommitted, but works out in the end. Krevin now trying to bring it forward. Alex across net. Weet-Bix going to be there waiting for it. Big 50, that's going to go over the top of Future Life. It's going to be heading towards net. Alex, no boost, is able to save it, but going to be still a little bit dangerous. Ball's up, Krevin trying to get the follow. Onto the post, is going to bounce in, and Casia take game 1.
Casia take game 1 with a lovely play from Krevin off the backboard. Finds the second, and off the post as well. Shot placement found by Casia. And I can tell you as well in chat, Omega Force take game 1 against Accelerate. So they're pretty much finishing games at the same time we are, which is nice for the timings, Chebs. But what is also nice is you can have a look at these stats. Look at that from Casia. 78% field domination, 58% ball possession. They were well in charge of this game and probably deserved the victory.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one. The main 5 minutes, so the regulation time, it was very, very even. Both teams, very similar shots. Both teams, very similar saves.
Yeah.
But then going into that overtime, Casia really turned it up a notch. I think they put 5 of those shots on during the overtime, which really caught Tswana off guard and caused them to kind of overcommit. And that's what we saw in that overtime that led to the goal, was Tswana kind of overcommitting ever slightly too much and giving Casia that space, and they were able to capitalize on that and find that goal.
Yeah, but it took them a while to do it, Chebs. It did take them a minute. It took, what, 6 minutes of in-game play, pretty much, to get to that point. So, hey, if Tswana can take a few more opportunities, they're very much still in this game as long as they don't keep passing them over to the side of DSQ. We'll see what happens in game number 2 here at Forbidden Temple. And Casia, well, they're looking good right now. Tswana have it all to do.
Yeah, getting us underway into game number 2, and Tswana really need to take their chances to keep themselves in this one, as Casia have really turned up the ante after that overtime start. Future Life clearing this one away. Donald trying to get one on target. Isn't going to be able to connect with that one. Weet-Bix now, the player that is keeping Tswana in this game at the moment, picks it up, but Future Life is going to have a bit of space. Pinch down the side. Donald back across into the middle. It's going to be met by Alex, who puts it off to the side. Atomic Bomb trying to go for this one. Puts it down into the middle. Weet-Bix towards net, only as close as the crossbar. Future Life with the follow-up, only as close as the post. And that's the opportunity that Tswana needed to get themselves into this game.
Yeah, and it's going to be Future Life now down the left-hand side. It's a good block there as Monix tries to get there, but Alex now really trying to exploit this left flank. It's not going to happen yet as Atomic tries to cut inside. Off the backboard, needs a second, won't find it. Kreve off this right side. That will waterfall down, but Weet-Bix should be able to get there and will send it clear. So Weet-Bix now on the left as now tries to get this one in. It's a double commit. Alex pressing at the same time, and Unitox just not reading from the same hymn sheet right now. And Chebs, that could cause them problems here. Double touch off the backboard, chance, but a good save by Future Life. Very much keeps Unitox in this one.
Yeah, incredible save again from Future Life to keep that one out. This one's going to still look a little bit dangerous. Back across net, off the crossbar. Kreven's going to be there to meet it, and Casia score the second of the series and the first of this game, more importantly. And this time Tswana not too many mistakes, but just a little bit too slow to keep up with Casia.
Yeah, and it seems that DSQ are going to try and right the wrongs of that Week 9 draw, of course. They, the two teams went to a 2-2. And we'll see if that does come true, because, of course, even winning this game, DSQ, they still will not have that final knowledge of where they're at. So they will be one step closer, though. There's no doubt about that. Only one game away if they win this one, but Tswana are fighting. Here's Alex, back post. He's been very impressive for Tswana this season. That one is going to go a little bit wayward. Life drops it down, wants a second. Oh my goodness, it's missed by 2. Demonix takes the shot, it's off the crossbar. And close to a second for DSQ, but not found yet.
Good shot in the end, but follow-up meant that couldn't be tucked away. And now Alex trying to bring this one down the other end, trying to get something going for Tswana. Future Life towards net, only as close as the post, and crossbar really working as the 4th man at the moment for Casia. 2 times as it saved them this game. Really, that's just the accuracy that needs to be stepped up from Tswana here in playoffs. But now, Atomic trying to bring this one forward. Not able to get on the end of it. Demonix cross to the middle, but Alex is there waiting. Again, trying to bring this one forward to get his team started. That might be going all the way. And the equaliser for Tswana is going to go in from the man, Alex Defatak. Beating out Krevin to the ball over the top of Atomic, who's a little bit too far forwards. And that's all Tswana needed to get back into this one.
Yeah, a little bit too far forwards might be being a little bit kind on that occasion, Chebs. As, it's definitely a 3rd-man press, which didn't need to be there. And so Tswana are back in it. Weet-Bix going to look maybe to double the lead. Future Life, he's missed that one, but he's got Alex further back off the backboard. Alex looking for his double, sorry. Bix blocks that one, but Krevin takes it forwards as Unitox will get into that defensive formation, push it over to the side. Weet-Bix off the sidewall. Alex tries to get through, will find it too! Double for the captain! And Unitox Tswana are not done in this game yet. 2-1, they lead.
They've opened up the floodgates and got their second straight away. Alex finding the space and putting it in off that post, and incredible kind of comeback for him. He didn't have the most prolific starting game, and into game number 2 gets his 2 goals and puts his team finally into the lead of a game. And this might be a 3rd. Alex getting his hat-trick in literally just 30 seconds, tucking that one away beautifully. Bouncing shot under Krevin over Demonix, and really sits them in the driver's seat in game number 2.
Does 3-1 to the side of Unitox Tswana, and I'm sure everyone else is seeing the updates in the chat coming through from RSC SSA. Thank you so much to the admin for keeping us updated with what's happening over on the A stream. Look to drop this one into the bottom corner as Future Life tries to get in front. So on that far side, and with just over a minute left, there is only 2 goals. There is obviously still a chance that DSQ are going to be able to get back in this game. Not if Alex scores this one, though, and it looks like he will. What a save that is from Krevin, and coming through as Weet-Bix with a demo. But Krevin keeping his team in game number 2. They need to go down the other end and score, but that was very, very impressive either way. To keep Unitox at bay.
Yeah, incredible save from Krevin, and then Alex not able to get round it to get the second shot away, and it was ended up being blocked by the side of Casia. And now Alex not able to get on this one, redirect into the top hand corner, but just a great shot from Atomic over the top of Future Life, and really meant that Alex had to struggle for that one, couldn't manage to get enough power to put that onto the post, and tucks it away. Just 31 seconds left to go, and only 1 goal in it. Casia now getting that goal back might give them a little bit more of an opportunity.
Yeah, but not if Weet-Bix has anything to say about it. Off the backboard, chance for Alex. Whoa! Krevin, he is looking like Manuel Neuer between the sticks in this second game. Saving absolutely everything. Alex could have had about 5 goals by the time this game ends, but looks like it will only be the 3 as Future Life pops it into the middle. There is still life in this game as well. Krevin pops it up more than away. Big demo onto Alex. Missed by Atomic. That could spell the end. And there it is. Tswana They take game number 2 and they tie up the series 1-1. But that game, you can see on the stats, was a lot closer other than shots. Tswana, 11 shots to 5. But every other statistic, very, very even, Chebs. And that tells me that Tswana have woken up since that first game.
Yeah, Casia really knocked some sense into them in that overtime in game number 1. And Tswana, and especially Alex, has woken up in this series. 7 shots, 3 goals, getting his team straight away back into this series. And the only thing from Casia that's really stood out to me is Krivin's saves. Yeah. Goodness me, 3 incredible saves during that game. Really kept it closer than I think Tswana meant it to be. And going into this game, Krivin's got to keep those saves up, and his teammates need to push that a little bit farther forward that we saw them do in game number 1 to find that space and force mistakes. And that's exactly what they did in game 1, and going into game 2, they're going into game 3. That's what they need to do.
That is exactly what they need to do. You are correct, and we'll see if they're able to do that. But 1-1 after 2 games makes for a very interesting series. That best of 5 that we started with has now been nullified. Nothing to split the teams in 2 games, so we will now go to essentially a best of 3. And one of these 2 teams is about to take their series point. Will it be Unitox? Will it be DSQ? Let's find out right now as game 3 gets underway.
Unitox and Future Life straight onto that one. Almost a kickoff pinch straight into the net, but only as close as the post yet again. And ball's going to be a little bit dangerous here for the side of Tswana. This will be a looper over onto the crossbar. Unitox almost getting that one away, but now Krivin trying to bring this one forward. Demoed on his way through, but still a little bit dangerous for the side of Tswana. But Alex able to get on the end of it. Ball going to be bouncing from Unitox. Gets one more. Atomic still going to be there to cause a bit of chaos, but Alex gets the clearance away.
Oh,
that's going to be dangerous. Great shot by Krivin. The goalkeeper from game number 2 shows that he can do it all and puts that one away.
Laser into the top left corner. That one is beautiful. Not going to be saved by the Tswana side. That is going to be just outside of 30 seconds played. And DSQ Casia look to continue their form from game number 1 as it's going to be Future Life. Or just goes beyond that one. Will be down to Alex to take the shot. It's off the crossbar. Is there a follow-up? Future Life can't find it. Krivin will take it through. And he surprised everyone. I don't think either of the defenders there from Unitox Tswana thought Krivin was going to get anywhere near that really before Alex got across. And he doubles the DSQ lead, 2-0.
Yeah, Krivin really playing with their heads there, pushing up ever so slowly, but causing both players from Tswana to overcommit onto it, and meant that he got pretty much a free open shot. Atomic almost trying to get another goal away for the side of Casia, but saved out by Future Life, and Unitox going to pick this one up, trying to bring it forwards, but decides that he can't get anything more and leaves it for Alex. Ball's going to go middle. Weekmix is going to be there, puts it towards net, but 2 defenders is better than 1, and they clear that one away. As now Atomic trying to get that one past the defender, but up onto the ceiling. Future Life now forwards over the top of Krivin. Unitox is going to be there waiting, pinches it forwards. So now we see Alex push onto it, onto the backboard, going for the bump, but doesn't manage to find it. Atomic is going to get a touch onto it. Now Weekmix on that sidewall, a little bit awkward. Is going to be able to get a touch under Krivin though. Goes for the 50, but Unitox does well to get it around him. Now Future Life playing that one towards target. 2 defenders, a little bit of argy-bargy, but they managed to clear that one into the corner. Ball's going to head all the way down the other end. Future Life back towards target. Atomic a little bit awkward onto this one, but does manage to get a touch onto it. Into the corner now as Alex trying to get on the end of it, and Krivin doing well to clear that one away. He's going to keep following this one down the right hand side, cross into the middle, but Unitox a little bit too far away as Future Life is able to get this one out. Alex now back into the middle, tries to get a pass away. Weekmix is going to be there and find the bottom corner, and that's a great worked goal from Alex. Over the top of one with a bouncer, and then getting the tiniest of touches, trying to get any kind of bump in the middle, but there's no one there for him to bump, and gives Weekmix pretty much an open net.
Yeah, he was bamboozling the back line, wasn't he? As Alex making people miss, doing what he does best. Tswana are back in this one, back within 1, and even half the game played yet. Doing a little bit of, oh, hang on a moment, that's a nice shot. Weebix is going to clear it away. Chebs, I've been doing a little bit of research, and something I thought you might be interested in is the fact that Unitox Tswana had the best offense during the regular season of any team in the play-ins. They were 81 goals scored. The next highest in the play-ins was 78. However, it is worth mentioning that DSQ Casia had the worst defense in the entirety of playoffs, including every single of the 6 teams that you see here tonight. So DSQ need to make sure that that door stays shut. Otherwise, Unitox, they might start to be able to take over like we saw them do in that second game. But that's a good clearance. 2-1 to the good at the moment. DSQ, they don't need to push too far forwards. With a minute 30, maybe some daylight would be better for them, but it's not completely important.
Yeah, Krevin obviously been doing those training packs because he's been making those saves and keeping Tswana at bay at the moment. Atomic trying to pick this one up, trying to play it forwards. Future Life, little tap onto it. Pass back to Weebix, who's going to bang this one forwards. Krevin is going to be able to get on the end of that one. Is going to fall to Alex, who puts it towards net, but not too dangerously. Cleared away by Demonics. Future Life, shot. Left a little bit begging as it's going to head back into the middle, but no one from the side of Tswana able to put it away, and Tswana really amping this one up at the moment, keeping this pressure on the side of Casia. As Alex now on target, is going to be saved away by Demonics. Weebit's going to try and push up onto this one. Shot on target. Krevin is going to make that save yet again, as he's been doing all series. Trying to send this one forward now, Alex. Not able to. Atomic is going to get demoed for his block. That's going to be a little bit dangerous for Weebix. A little bit awkward. He's going to manage to get on the end of it. Now Krevin back into the middle. Atomic bomb up for it. Very, very close off the backboard. Demonics now sending this one forwards. Alex off to the sidewall. Both teams really showing that they can hold pressure when they want to, but neither team able to kind of get that finishing touch to put away the pressure.
Yeah, for sure. Ball inside. There's going to be a chance here for Demonics, but him and Weebix both go by. Future Life. You find here Atomic maybe wanted to go for the boost, didn't find any, but that bump is so important. Even will get the save, but he wasn't really challenged. And now there's a chance for Krevin at the other end. Tries to get it across. That ball is clear. And Demonics just got to push this into the corner. Try and keep it on the ground if you can, and does. Great work from DSQ to run that clock down. And they take series point 2-1, as we have just seen in the chat, folks. Omega do face Jokers in the semis. We'll bring that game to you. It's a best of 7. We will bring that game to you, as I say, after this game, which is going to a minimum of a game 4. But I don't think there was really anything in that game 3 that told me for certain that it wasn't going to end in a game 5, Chebs.
No, this one was so incredibly close. Exactly the same amount of shots for both teams. 9 apiece. So definitely a very, very important game for the side of Casia. They got that one extra save, and that's what won them this game, pretty much. That's how close this series is becoming. And Tswana really just need to find a little bit more danger. They've been doing so well to hold this pressure that they keep pushing onto Casia's backline. And at the moment, not able to kind of get that dangerous shot away that causes Casia to kind of have to overextend. And that's what you need to do in these kind of series, is get that defense to overextend. It messes up their rotations and you find an easier shot. At the moment, we're just seeing them put some tame shots towards net, onto the backboard, onto the post, and Casia are dealing with it perfectly. But Tswana need to get those dangerous shots away.
We'll see if they can. Game number 4, what could be the final game of this series. Unitox are going to try and tell you that it isn't, as this one goes onto that sidewall. Tswana have it all to do. Must be perfect for the rest of this series, and it starts now. Alex for the shot, will be cleared away. Back in by Future Life. This one, Weebix gets in front, but Kreven's going to be there to clear as well. That third man position seems to be all Kreven's at the moment, and Chebs, he's making it look very, very good.
Yeah, he's doing so incredibly to keep those shots away. 2 saves already in the first 30 seconds of this game, but that really shows that Tswana are trying to find the space, and they do, getting that first goal, and Kreven saves are almost all for nothing as Weebix finds that goal, puts it away, and that's what I mean. They need to find the pressure the aggression, to force the mistakes, force the defense to come out of rotation, and that's what gave Weet-Bix that open net.
Yeah, and maybe they're going to look to try and compile on the misery as Future Life just doesn't get there. Alex into the side wall, but actually he's given a chance now to DSQ. Is that on target? It will drop, it will hit the crossbar, it will go over for a second time. And that was a real chance for a way back into the game from DSQ. Demonix drops this one down, but it's only as far as Alex, who will take that boost too. Into the middle, Future Life is up, Future Life shoots! What a save from Demonix! Everyone getting in on the defensive actions for DSQ. And that is very, very important as they go forwards in this series. But hang on a moment, there's no one up against Alex for that one. 3 shots, not 5 yards out. And Jebs, that's going to be the second for Unitox.
You talked about how this team is one of the best offensive teams in the league, and Alex proving that point. Incredible play from him to take that one up in the air and then dunk it back down over the top of the defenders. And 2 goals for the side of Tswana, and they really don't want to go out this quickly, really showing why this Week 9 game was a 2-2, as it seems to be heading to that game number 5. But Casia have proved that they can do more than this, and will definitely be trying to find a way back into it, as Weet-Bix might find a bit of space down off the crossbar, over the top of the defender. And again, an incredible goal from the side of Tswana to just catch that backline napping.
Catch them napping he did. 3.5 minutes left. Unitox Tswana look like they're going to push us to that Game 5 to Champions Field. And to see this kind of thing in the play-ins, we love to see it. I told you, folks, that we would have some excellent action here on the RhinoCast 11 channel tonight. What a shot. A good save by Atomic. But I've got to ask you, Chems, where has this Tswana team been for this series? I know we saw them win Game 2, but it wasn't especially convincing. This, they are absolutely taking Unitox. They're taking DSQ to task.
I think they've just found a little bit more space, and Weet-Bix tucking that one away, and they really have amped things up here in game number 4. And Weet-Bix just finding that space. Krevin not quick enough to get up to that one, and Weet-Bix will tuck that one away. But they're just finding this little bit more space, playing that little bit quicker, and Casia are not ready for it. And that's really what is winning them this game at the moment. They've picked up the pace, and that's causing Casia to have to overextend. And that's what's giving them so much space to go for these shots. 4 goals instantaneously for the side of Tswana, and going into looking at game 5 already, as at the moment that looks like where this will be heading. Tswana, if they can keep up this speed and this aggression, definitely looking a little bit more dangerous than we thought at the end of game number 3.
Yeah, for sure. Atomic's going to clear this one away. And just for people's information, because I think it's pertinent, we've just played over half of this game, and at the moment Tswana are out-shooting Casia 13 shots to 1 in this half. That tells you just how dominant Unitox Tswana have been so far in this game number 4. There is, of course, still time. 2 minutes left, and 4 goals in 2 minutes is not unheard of. There's another shot on goal, so starting to build back into this one, and that's important that DSQ do that, because even if they don't win this game, they need to not lose game number 4 in like this crazy, you know, over-dominant way, because that could really harm their mental going forwards into game 5, and they really want to avoid that if they can.
Yeah, it's all about momentum in Rocket League. If you can get those goals and feel in control, even if you're going from game to game, keeping that momentum going is what you need, as Weet-Bix is going to get on the end of this one, but not able to put it away. Alex is going to follow it up, though, and the 5th goes in for Tswana, and really looking comfortable. Little bit of jokey talk in the chat as well. I believe a Rule 1 was broken at one point, and Alex is making them aware. Alex is making them aware that that's not on his side of the field. But now Alex is going to pick this one up.
I'm normally one of the first to pick up when a Rule 1 is happening on the field. They happen to me so often, but that one I didn't see, so might have to rewatch the footage, get VAR on it.
Yeah, VAR call on that one. But Alex is going to prove what he thinks was a Rule 1 break and why that's so important here in Rocket League.
It is important.
Sending that one down into Weet-Bix, into net, and the sixth goes in for the side of Tswana.
Now, the thing is, right, I love a Brazil as much as the next guy, right? I've got a whole gimmick on my channel based on a Brazil. However, the one place I never want to see a Brazil is in a post-season of a league, right? That's the one rule that I have. I don't think we should be having that at this point in the season. During the regular season, sure, they're funny, you know, get the memes out. But in a playoffs, I mean, it's cool to see. It's always fun. That's a demo from Future Life. And I tell you what, Unitox, they are performing so well right now. Looking for the 7th. There is the 7th. 30 seconds left. My question to you, Chebs, is do they let DSQ score one?
Oh, we'll see, won't we? But I think at the moment, as important as it is in playoffs to keep your momentum going, I think they will just keep on pushing. They want to force Casia to panic going into game number 5, and at the moment, that's 100% what will be being caused by this many goals going in. And heading into these final seconds, maybe even trying to look for an 8th. Weet-Bix picks that one up, tries to put it towards target, but saved out by Atomic. And I don't think I've seen Casia really break out of their half much in this game, but this might be their opportunity. Creeping across to the middle, saved by Future Life, and that one is going to end up on the floor. No, Future Life keeps it up. It's going to be bouncing middle. Atomic's going to miss it. Weet-Bix trying to get it towards target, but it hits the floor, and Tswana very, very convincingly take game number 4.
Yeah, just breathe in. Not just the full stats list, but just that middle bar right there. It is a sea of blue. Tswana played so well in that game 4. They are going to feel on top of the world going into game 5. That I think that momentum is going to be difficult to break. But what we have to remember, Chebs, is game 5 is obviously a fresh new game, fresh 5 minutes. And that means that the score starts at 0-0. So is there comfort to take for DSQ in the fact that they almost get a redo, right? That was their first chance at winning the series. It's not worked. They've passed it up, but they now get a second chance, and this one is their last chance. Yeah,
I mean, Casia have proved they can beat this team. They've done it twice this series. They held them to a draw in their final game, and I think if they can just kind of match the speed that Tswana have stepped up to, they can definitely push back into this one, because that's all that caused these goals in this game was Tswana just picked up the pace, played that little bit quicker, and just played it round Casia as they weren't able to keep up. So if they're able to kind of pick up the pace and find the space, especially, they'll be able to push back into this one and I think maybe close it out. But it's all eyes on Tswana, as 7 goals is not something to laugh about. Going into game 5, they definitely want to be keeping this one up. The Champions Field is going to open up straight away, and Future Life keeping that momentum going from the side of Tswana is going to tuck that one away and put them straight into the lead.
And that there is the absolute worst start that DSQ could have had. A fresh 5 minutes, a chance to clear ahead, 0 seconds on the clock. But suddenly, you are back to 1 behind, and you start to feel those emotions which were happening in that game number 4 come back to you. The feeling of, you know, being behind, trying to get back into the game, all that kind of stuff. That just starts retaking your mental, and it's going to be very difficult for them to get past that, as Alex takes that one off his teammates. So the rule normally is that if you do that, you're going to have to score, and he doesn't there. There's 40 seconds gone so far in this game number 5, and already Tswana are 1-0 up. DSQ though, you know they're not going to go quietly. Let's put it that way, Chebs. They're going to want to fight back in Champions Field.
100% as Future Life is going to send that one towards there, but only as close as the crossbar. Weet-Bix trying to follow up on it, and an incredible save from Krevin, the man of the hour, proves that Casia will not go down without a fight. As he sends that one long, Demonic's going to try and follow up on the touch. Is going to manage to get something on the end of it, but Weet-Bix clears that one away. Alex up, trying to get a pinch across to the middle. Is going to end up in the middle. Alex over the top of one, but not close enough to the net. Future Life now up against Demonics. It's going to pinch it straight back towards their own half. Weebix not able to get the best of touches on it, but is able just about to keep it out of his net. It's now Weebix trying to bring this one forward over the top of one. Demonics not much boost to work with. Is he going to get there? No. But it does hit the post. His teammate is able to clear that one away. Now Weebix pinching it back across into their own half. Little pass back to Future Life. He's going to try and get this one round one over the top of Atomic. He's now going to try and get forward. Demo onto Craven from Alex. Demonics is going to try and help him out, but doesn't manage to beat Weebix to that one. And Weebix is going to keep on pushing with this one up into the top corner, but only as close as the woodwork. And Future Life is going to pinch it back across, and that one is going to go in and really sit Tswana in the driver's seat here in game number 5. But a really well-worked goal. I don't even know if Future Life really worked that one into the net, but goes in nonetheless. 3 minutes left on the clock, and Tswana 2 goals in front.
They are, and they are looking like a scary prospect. I hope you are watching Dynasty Jokers, because this looks to be the team that you will be playing that first semi-final, which will be on the A stream, of course. If you want to follow the winner of this quarter-final, you will have, or of this play-in, I should say, you will have to go into the A stream following this game in order to see them face against Dynasty Jokers, who have been imperious this season in prospect tier. It's Future Life down the side. Alex, lovely flick. It's a chance for Future Life, but back is Creven. Third man once again coming through for DSQ. Big clearance there from Atomic. Is that going to fall in? No. Weebix to the far side. Ball in field. Cleared by Future Life. Not all the way. Off the backboard. Must go in here for DSQ. And doesn't yet. Creven off the corner, but it's not job done yet for Unitox. Alex, Def Attack able to send that one away. Demonics back inside. Cleared by Weebix, and it's panicky defending from the side of Unitox. But the thing is, Chebs, it's effective.
Yeah, it is working out in their favour, as Casia really can't just get anything too dangerous on target. It's the one thing in Prospect you need to do, is get just anything on target and force those defenders to move, and at the moment it's not really heading out in Casia's favour. Atomic now back across into the middle, trying to get something towards net. Big whiff. Weebix is going to be able to just wiggle his way around and get a touch onto it. Sends it forwards. Demonics gets a touch. Weebix into the middle. Atomic is going to manage to get something to make it slightly less dangerous towards net and play it across to the wall. Now Future Life onto that backboard. Is going to bounce it down. But Weebix keeping the pressure on, sending it across. Is Alex going to be there? No, he's left it for Future Life, who is going to send it back up into the air, but Creven is going to meet it, send it down. Alex picking this one up onto the wall. Bounce off the ceiling is going to make it awkward, as Atomic now is going to try and send this one forward from Casia. And 40 seconds left of their RSC dream. They've got to get something going now to Casia. Creven back into the middle, but no one there from the side of Casia to put it away. Demonics saving that one out onto the post. As Tswana really looking for this third, even though with just 20 seconds left to go, Casia are the ones that need to be doing something. Ball down into the middle. Atomic is going to try and send this one forwards. Gets the double to play at round one. Tries to go over the top of Alex, but Alex does so well to block that one. 5 seconds left on the clock, and Tswana definitely looking into the next round, where Jokers will be waiting for them.
They certainly will. Tswana win game number 5. They had to come back from 2-1 down in the series, but they have done so in incredibly impressive fashion. And that time, it was Future Life who was the man to make everything work for Tswana. And they will be the team to go through in this playoffs. And unfortunately, Casia, that will be their final action of the evening. They fought hard, Chebs, but at the end of the day, it was not enough to stave off this Tswana side.
No, they did play so well. They did so well to kind of keep that defense together as the game went on in those first few games. But game 4, game 5, Tswana really stepped it up and looked so aggressive going forwards.
They did look very aggressive. Well, we are going to shut this one down. We do not have long to get things ready for the next game. It will be a best-of-7 semi-final between XP Cubs and Critical Force, Omega Force coming at you right after this very short break.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. I'm feeling it. My bones telling me it's right. It's so different. But when you take me to the light, it's like a cigarette. And I'm burning at your lips. all innocent, and you'll kick it up, and now I want to show you all what you deserve, and know we got so much to learn, and just like when we said I do, and it's only you that can do it like that. I like it with you, I like it with you, I like it with you, in the sand that we'll dance, we ain't got no plans, you, I like it with you, yeah, I like it with you, and the hours will melt all night long. I like it when you close all the curtains, taking up the trash and the burdens, we got all the time, ain't no worries, I like it with you in it, and make me take a little look, can we finish it, and then get busy getting back into the thick of it, yeah, take a second, breathe it in, now out again, I'm still understanding just how you do, the magic when you look at me, know what I'm saying, it inside your seat, oh, and just like when we said I do, and it's only you who could do like that, it's only you who could do like, I like it with you, I like it with you, I like it with you, in the sand that we dance, we ain't got no plans, you, I like it with you, yeah, I like it with you, and the hours will melt all night long. I like it when you close all the curtains, taking up the trash and the burdens, we got all the time, ain't no worries, I like it when you tell me that you love it, and when you pull the strings on my puppet.
The play-ins are officially over, and congratulations to Tswana and Omega Force for making it through the initial rounds, but there is still a long way to go tonight in the prospect tier of RSC SSA, and we bring to you the second semi-final tonight. XP Cubs taking on Omega Force, and I am joined once again by Chebs in the booth. Chebs, a mouth-watering prospect, this one.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams aggressive, ready to go. Omega Force taking that first game in a sweep, looking so dominant in that game, and coming up against Cubs, they're going to be aggressive. I mean, only finishing one spot behind them is really shows how close these two teams are.
Yeah, it certainly does. As we now have a look at the leaderboard, of course. Second place third in this one. First place fourth. It's almost as if it was written before tonight was underway. The favourites are taking the wins so far, but that will not happen all the time. And here you go. That first game, Tswana beats Casia. So now we are here in Cubs versus Omega Force. And then, of course, if you do want to watch the grand final, you can go over to the A stream, which is over on RSC_SSA. But let's take a look at the teams that we have here today. So starting with the XP Cubs, not played yet tonight, of course. Second, they qualified straight for playoffs. It's going to be Kai, Slowpokes, Iron Man, and Unguarded Ace with a wonderful record this season of 6-1-2. Chebs, XP have had a fantastic season here in Prospect, and they really want to finish it off with a minimum of a grand final.
100%. I think that although these teams are second and third, the main difference between them is the amount of series that they won.
Yeah.
The actual win to loss ratio is very close. I think it's 24-20 from XP to Omega Force. But the difference between these two teams is really that XP is so much better at closing those series out. Yeah. 6 wins, I think, to 3. That's the difference. And XP know how to win and close those series out. And I think they'll use that kind of knowledge and mentors to get them in the series.
Yeah, and let's take a look quickly at the Critical Force side, because we do want to get this game underway. Critical Force, Coconut, Jake the Snake, Bruv, and Swifty Rocks. Another good season, 3-4-2. Not quite the same record as the Cubs, of course, but still a very solid season for Critical Force. And they find themselves in this semi-final. They won the play-ins with a sweep, 3-0. And so we'll see if they are able to continue that momentum here in the semi-final. But Chebs, enough yapping, and I think it's time to get things underway in the lobby. What do you think?
Definitely so. Both these teams are ready to go. And I think both teams are going to hit the field running. Omega Force really going to use that momentum from their first series into this one. And Cubs going to be using the kind of ability that they've shown over league play to push themselves forward. So both teams are definitely ready to go into game number 1 as Unguarded Ace and Cornflakes get us underway. And this game is going to be who scores first to see who is going to be pushing forwards in this series. Unguarded Ace already trying to bring this one forward. Leaves it for Oops, who tries to get it over the top. But Slowpoke's now a little bit awkward. Does manage to get something on it. Bruv sends it forwards. Interviewed on the A stream after that game, seeming confident going forwards. Oops trying to bring it forwards. Slowpoke's now waiting for the bounce. Leaves it for Unguarded Ace, who's going to try and put a shot on target, but manages to not get any contact. Cornflakes now trying to bring this one forwards. But Oops gets that touch. Jake the Snake going for the flick over the top, but doesn't manage to get it on target. 40 seconds on the clock, and definitely both teams having some opportunities. But at the moment, Cubs pushing forwards, trying to get it into the middle. Slowpokes across to the centre, but Unguarded Ace is beaten out by Jake the Snake, who is trying to get one going for his team. Oops now into Slowpokes. He puts it out onto the wall. Oops sending it forwards, bounce, cross into the middle. Bruv with Cornflakes a little bit awkward, but manages to get just enough of a touch to keep it away from Unguarded Ace. And Cubs definitely with the best of the opportunities so far.
Yeah, certainly so. As Slowpokes won't be able to get that one. It's on the right-hand side. Unguarded Ace inside to Oops, looking to get that one by. It's Jace. We'll play that one further up. Slowpokes plays the 50. What can happen here from Cornflakes? Has a lot of boost to work with. Gets the pass. Jakes the Snake is up. Oh, off the backboard. It was a double commit too. Real chance for Omega Force to take the lead there if they just got their comms right. But unfortunately, it does go begging, and it's a chance. That's a bit of a team pinch. It might drop in. Unguarded Ace will make sure that it doesn't, but Oops pushes this one back across. Oops will be able to get this clearance. 2 minutes gone in game number 1. And we sit currently at 0-0. Maybe that changes, but oof, the post doing a lot of work there. Just, oh, hang on a moment. That one's going to get through from Jakes. And Omega Force, the winners of the play-ins, are maybe looking for the upset, maybe looking to surprise the Cubs. And they do so early in game number 1, 1-0.
Yeah, a little bit against the run of play, I say that, but Omega Force more shots so far in this game, 3-2-1. And 3 minutes left on the clock. Cubs going to be looking to improve that record as Bruv pinches that one out, trying to clear it away. It is going to be blocked. Unguarded Ace towards net. Jake's got him to get back to it, but it isn't going to hit the back of the net as it hits the post. Now Slowpokes into the middle. No one from the side of Cubs waiting for it. Jake's the Snake trying to send it back into the middle, but not able to get on the end of it. Now Unguarded Ace leaves it for Slowpokes. Tries to go past one, but Bruv already ready to clear that one away. And now Unguarded Ace keeping it in that corner, trying to keep the danger away. Oops, pass to the middle. Slowpokes is going to send that one long. A little bit awkward, but Bruv is ready for it. And so far, Omega Force holding strong on that back line for the few attempts that Cubs are getting at the moment.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Jakes is going to try and get this one. Bruv across. It will be a third man press from Cornflakes. Oops sends it away, but only as far as Bruv following in. And Omega Force double their lead. 2-0 to the side of Critical Force. And I tell you something, the Cubs, they, I don't know whether they didn't warm up or what the situation is, but at the moment, Chebs, they look a little bit cold.
But this is a long old series. Best of 7 really means that anything can happen. And this time, Bruv is going to send it over the top of 2. And as much as the opportunity to try and save that one, Oops just couldn't get enough on it. Maybe leaving it for Slowpoke was the way to go. But either way, hits the back of the net, and that's 3 to the side of Omega Force. And at the moment, definitely looking in control of this series. But we all know in a series quite this long, you have so much time to change up your strategy, try and find a different way to go around them. And at the moment, Omega Force definitely in control. Unguarded Ace, good save. keep that one out of the path of Bruv, who's been so prolific at the start of this game. Unguarded Ace not able to get on the end of that one, and Cornflakes' looping touch is going to hit the back of the net, and at the moment, a little bit concerning from the side of Cubs.
It certainly is concerning, as XP, this is a best of 7 as you mentioned, so there is still time. That's a goal from Cornflakes, and it's going to be 5-0 to Omega Force, and XP Cubs, well, the sooner they wake up the better. As just want to bring you the update from the A stream. Joker's Dynasty have just won game 1 against Unitox Tswana. That was in 3-1 fashion, so Tswana able to take their momentum from this stream into the A stream. But I tell you something, going from A stream to B stream seems to really be working for Omega Force. 6 goals to the good, and there's still over a minute remaining in this game number 1. I mean, what do you do if you're the Cubs, Chebs? Do you try and just wipe this game out from your memory?
I think it is that kind of situation where you need to just keep on pushing. It's such a long series that you have that time to get back into it. One game isn't the be-all and end-all in a series this long, but definitely is concerning for their mentals and for their kind of situation in the series. But definitely with the team they have on the pitch, there's some experience on this roster from the side of Unguarded Ace, from the side of Slowpokes, who have been around in the league for a while and will know how to kind of reset their mental going into the next game. And this one will just have to be a wipe off the end, and hopefully before we get to the end of this game they're able to get something going. And this might be the opportunity. Unguarded Ace bouncing shot onto the backboard is going to be followed up by Oops, who puts it towards net, and a great save by Cornflakes. But Slowpokes finds that bottom corner, and that's what they needed out of this game after so many goals going in from the side of Omega Force. Just getting something on the board will show that they can score and prove to themselves going into game number 2 that this isn't over.
No, it's not, as Jake's over on the right-hand side, looking to cut inside. Is trying to find this one. Big clearance. Oops, trying to get this one to work. Bruv gets past 2, and maybe it could be. The prophecy was foretold, and the Brazil comes through. Bruv scores the goal, and XP, well, they're going to be feeling a little rough after this one. 7-1 victors are Critical Force, and there's still time, 8 seconds left for them to maybe even get another one. By the way, would anyone mind me asking, I think I've got Aoki in chat. Oops is the captain, right? It is Kai. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. But if it isn't, then they've picked up an FA. But that is going to be 7-1 to the side of Omega Force. And as you say, Chebs, it's a long series, but a result like that is going to get in your head.
Yeah, I mean, you asked for it last series. You asked for a Brazil, and they weren't able to deliver. But this time, first game on your stream, they must have been listening and knew that that's what you wanted. So pulled it off from the side of Omega Force.
People never listen. I said I didn't want it in a playoffs, but here we are. You know, I'm still enjoying the beach. I've still got a margarita with me. Like, you know, we're still on holiday. It's lovely, and I'm very thankful to be treated to this by Omega Force. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit sad. And we do have a sub going into the second game. That is Iron Man coming in for Unguarded Ace on the side of XP Esports. So game 1 didn't go their way, and they're immediately making a change, and that's a very interesting one to see, Chebs.
Yeah, I don't want to make Unguarded Ace feel like he didn't play very well, but there was the few mistakes coming out from him, and I think that's what the team have noticed, and that's why they've made this sub. Sure. Whether they rue it, because I know Unguarded Ace can play very, very well within this roster.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just not his day, and they've decided that Iron Man is the best way forwards, and we'll see going into game number 2 whether that makes the difference for them. Zoops getting us started quite quickly into Slowpokes, who gets that pinch towards middle. Bruv, a little bit awkward, but manages just about to tap it onto the post. Oops following up on it. Iron Man shot and instantly making an impact for the side of Cubs. Tucking that one away. A great pass from Oops, keeping that pressure going. And Iron Man, incredible shot. Bruv just turns a little bit too far to the right and means he can't make that save. And Cubs open up the scoring straight away.
And they needed that. They needed that for their mentals. They needed that to stay in the series. Jakes plays it forwards, off the backboard, looking to follow in his own shot. That one goes by. Bruv will get there first off the ceiling. Not quite. Needed it to, though. As that one was just over, and Cornflakes goes it to the side where Jakes is waiting. Cornflakes collects. What a flick that is. Should be a save by Oops and is. But those are the kind of plays that Critical Force are going to need. That's the kind of solo decision-making that gave them that lead in that first game. And hold on a minute, that angle is absolutely beautiful from Bruv. Cornflakes is pass inside, Jake's off that side wall, and Bruv ends the play. A team goal from Omega Force, and they tie the game up 1-1.
Incredible angle from Bruv, just bouncing off the floor and getting that little doinking bouncer over the top. Sends it and ties up this game. Iron Man is going to get another shot away and definitely giving Cubs a little bit more aggression going forwards so far in this game number 2. Oops, not able to connect with that one. Slow post back across into the middle where Jakes the Snake is there. He's going to send it away. Up into the air. Oops is going to try and pass this one down. Iron Man's maybe going to follow up on it. No, Oops takes it himself towards net. Definitely faked out the defender. But now Jakes the Snakes will send that one towards net. Slowpokes is going to get there just about, but not able to make the save as convincing as he needed. Sends it up onto the post, onto the crossbar, and it bounces on in, and very, very close from the side of Cubs. But Omega Force definitely keeping their momentum from game number 1 into this one.
They certainly are. They went 1-0 down, but since then, they really have taken the initiative. And now, it's a big win by Oops. Off the backboard. Away by Bruv, down the left-hand side. To the corner. Cornflakes into the middle. No one's there to follow that one in. Jakes just trying to cause problems again. Can't get past Oops, and Iron Man will try and send it clear, but Bruv plays it back as this one is going back and forth. Sent clear for the moment. Big demo from Cornflakes. Jakes will try and get up for this one, but Slowpokes meets him and sends it back clear. I have to say, though, Critical Force's defensive positioning is really nice to see, Cheb. They never really let a counter-attack from XP get out of hand, and that's a very, very impressive trait.
Yeah, they've been doing so well on that back line to always have that third man back and in a good position to make a clear or be able to make that save, and so far working incredibly, and that's where we need to see the more physical play come in from XP. They need to go for those bumps on that third man and really open up the back line to give them a bit more space. Oops, going to get a touch onto that one. Slowpoke's going to try and follow it up, but beaten out by Bruv, who's just been so good so far in this series. Iron Man trying to get something going. Bruv sends it towards net. Is going to head all the way towards the goal line, but Slowpokes manages to make that save. Iron Man trying to get himself ready to take this one forwards, but Jakes is having absolutely none of it. Instantly cutting that one out. Ball's going to head over to the sidewall. Bounce up. Oops is going to try and get a touch into his teammate. Iron Man not able to get the one he wanted. That might be a little bit dangerous as Bruv tries to go round one, but Slowpokes is there waiting for it. Oops sends it long, but Cornflakes, again, the defensive positioning working so well in their favour, doing so well to cut that one out before anything can happen.
Yeah, it's Jakes now down the left-hand side as Slowpokes will try and clear this one, and I have just got confirmation that Oops is Kai in-game, so we can now start calling him Kai, and my mind can be at rest that XP Cubs are here with their captain. Jakes looks for the shot. Oh my goodness, Cornflakes came through and took that one away. Nothing came of it. Looks for that top corner, just couldn't find it. Ball across, cleared away by Oops, back in by Cornflakes, and that's going to be a third. Bottom left-hand corner. Omega Force, Critical Force, whatever you want to call them, they find daylight between themselves and XP. They're looking to roll out to a 2-0 lead in this best of 7.
Yeah, really solid showing so far, and it's all about that defense that has been keeping them in this one. Always able to kind of push forwards when they get a counter-attack or anything of that sort. And this time we see Cornflakes trying to bring this one forwards, sends it across to the side. Bruv trying to get on the end of it. Slowpokes does so well to block that one, but isn't going to be able to do anything with no boost. As the ball now down into Iron Man, is going to send one towards net, not only as close as the backboard. Iron Man again trying to get something, but not able to get on the end of it. Now the ball across to the middle, Cornflakes towards net, isn't going to be close enough. It's Iron Man, good 50. Oh, maybe not, into the middle, but Slowpokes does so well to play that around the attacker, around Bruv. It's going to be heading back into the centre. Iron Man, a little bit awkward, but manages to get a touch to slow that one down. Slowpokes now is going to try and bang this one away, but Bruv again. The defensive positioning is good, but not good enough apparently. As Bruv, big whiff, really gives Cubs an opening to get back into this one. But the positioning was just so good and just messed up the execution.
Yeah, and I don't know whether that's a bit of hubris, whether that's a bit of overconfidence coming out from Omega Force. Bruv, you want to keep that daylight, you want to keep it 3-1 because now you've got 20 seconds. A very dangerous play as Cornflakes gets on the end of that one. Ball inside from Jakes. Cornflakes big demo onto Iron Man though to try and prevent the counter-attack. Bruv moving through, gets the 50. That one's pinched downfield. That's not the best clearance from Cornflakes. That might be on target, but it will be cleared. But it's not dealt with. Cornflakes up off the backboard, and now surely that will do it as that one drops down. And Omega Force, they're able to stave off what could have been a pretty embarrassing final 20 seconds.
Yeah, Cubs really trying to push back onto that one, and this game looking a lot more even across the board. Very similar stats across both teams. Omega Force, though, more shots will always lead to more goals, and in this one, that really wrote it. 7 shots to 5 on the side of Omega Force, and yeah, other than that tiny mistake from the side of Bruv, really well defended throughout that series, throughout that game.
Yeah, it was, and we'll come back here. I mean, we had a full distance game in game number 1. We went all the way to game number 5. This is now a best of 7. And for all the world, it is looking like Omega Force are the better side. You saw the statistics right there in front of you. I mean, it's not all in favor of them, but it certainly is mostly. The one thing that is going to be a little bit of a concern for Omega Force fans is that boost consumption. It's almost 1,000 difference, and they are below what the Cubs are using. So their average speeds are just naturally going to be lower than that of the Cubs. But if they are able to keep this up, if they're able to keep their defense looking the way it is, there's nothing really stopping this Critical Force side from essentially rolling over the Cubs.
No, definitely. I think their defense has been so solid throughout this series so far. And keeping up that defense will really set them in a good way for the rest of this series. A little bit of a mistake on the back line already for Critical Force, and already capitalised on. Instantly putting a goal away, Critical Force. Straight away.
It wasn't a mistake, it was a team bump, wasn't it?
Yeah. Coming through from the side of Cubs, and pretty much just gave a complete open net to the man of the hour. Bruv putting that one away, and 10 seconds in and already looking like a repeat of some of the games we've already seen. And Jake the Snake going to send this one long. Kai is able to take that one away from net. It's going to be bouncing towards middle though, and Jake the Snake already going for it, but Slowpokes does well to get a touch on it. Now all 3 defenders looking so low on boost. That's going to give Cornflakes the opportunity to put one towards net, and instantly capitalising on the fact that they had such low boost on that back line. Cornflakes knew he had so much space to go for it, tucks it away, and already looking in control here in game 3.
Yeah, they are. And someone else looking in control is the Dynasty Jokers. 2-0 up in the series, 2-1 up in the game. Almost 3 there, but not going to find it. Cornflakes finds another. Top right-hand corner, upper 90, top bins, whatever you want to call it. This is absolutely beautiful. Could not have placed it better if he tried, Chebs. And Omega Force, they are running away with this one here.
Yeah, incredible goal from Cornflakes. Great read off the sidewall and tucks that one straight into the top corner. But Kai, the captain himself, straight back into it. showing that they're down but not out at the moment. Great banger over the top, and Bruv wasn't expecting it. Pushed that a little bit too far forwards and left that net completely open. Incredible shots, but still the mountain to climb in this series.
Oh yeah, a long way to go, but a lot of time to do it, so it's maybe acceptable as Iron Man onto this near side. Slowpokes will try and get this towards goal. It's off the backboard. It's met by Jakes as he comes across off the backboard. Nothing really else, but a double commit coming in from the Cubs could lead to problems as Iron Man misses that one. Chance for Jakes, but met there by Kai, who will now try and get this ball clear. Jake's not going to find any boost there. Taken over by Slowpokes, but that's all that's really going to come of that one. Bruv in another awkward defensive position, but this time he makes the most of it as Big 50 comes through. It's Cornflakes who's up, but Slowpokes goes below him. Bruv takes another shot. That one looks like it's on target. And Bruv from deep finds the goal to get Omega Force back 3 goals ahead. And that is lovely work from Omega Force.
Yeah, Omega Force keeping up their consistency, keeping up their aggression, really proving why they're looking so solid in this series. Almost looking for another, but cleared away at the moment. Slowpokes now sends it towards net, but a good save nonetheless. Now we Kite back across net. It might find the top corner, does find the top corner, and that's an incredible shot. But still, 2 goals behind. He's got to find a few more to get themselves back into this game. But again, incredible shot off the crossbar, off the post, and bouncing down into that top right-hand corner.
Lovely shot placement. Gorgeous from XP Cubs, but is it too little too late? They are currently facing the fact that there could be a 3-0 lead, and Jake's the Snake. He will get another one, and I believe that is now everyone on the side of Omega Force getting in on the action, all of them scoring at least a goal. Jake's first of the game, and back to a 3-goal advantage for Omega Force. Every time XP Cubs start trying to peg back Omega Force, every time they think that they're coming back into the game, they get immediately shut down by this immense Omega Force roster.
Yeah, Cubs just not seeming to be able to keep it together after getting that goal. Defense not looking as strong as in previous series. Kai now on that back line, trying to bring it forwards. Already cut out by Bruv. Is going to be heading towards the middle. Cornflakes up onto the backboard. Chase the Snakes waiting for it in the middle. Kai now is going to get it over 1. Trying to get it over 2. Gets it under the second. But Jakes the Snake's going to send that one long, and all 3 players from the side of Cubs have overcommitted on that one. And Jakes the Snake, open net to work with, tucks that one away.
There is 2 minutes and 23 seconds left of this game, Cheps, and I am sat here wondering if we should already start thinking about what happens in Game 4. I don't know if you're thinking the same, but that's where my head's at right now. It just doesn't feel like XP Cubs are in this at all.
They're still trying to get something going. They're not really working as a unit in this team at the moment. They're kind of going for those solo plays, overcommitting slightly too much, and that's where Critical Force are really taking kind of lead in this series. They're able to work that out and work as that team to really find the gaps around these kind of individual players, and that's why they're really looking so solid at the moment. Ball heading middle, Bruv's going to be on the end of it, but can't send that one goalwards. Cornflakes now trying to keep the attack going. Ball's going to fall to Iron Man, who is going to pick up that boost, but doesn't manage to do too much with it. Jake's across to the middle, but Kite over the top of 1. Iron Man trying to get a block in, isn't able to. Slowpokes is up, has third man, but does manage this time to get on the end of it. Going to be sent middle. Cornflakes over the top of 1. Slowpokes no boost, is going to have to cut across to that one, does so. He's going to try and keep with it. Iron Man now, full boost to work with. Misses it, but leaves it for Slowpokes. He's going to send that one towards net. Iron Man trying to dunk that one down, does well. Ball into Kai, and he puts it away. Again, getting that goal back against such a strong Critical Force, but they've still 1 minute left to go. Have to score 3 goals to get back into this game. but it is good to see that they're able to kind of get these plays going. It seems a little bit more like they're playing as a team.
Absolutely. It's Cornflakes now. Gets that one past Iron Man. Kai will collect. Ball down the field as Kai puts it into the corner, and that is the safest place for it, and that's not. Jake's the Snake finds the bottom left-hand corner, and that is, I believe, his hat trick. But not only that, Omega Force have got 2 team hat tricks. Everyone has scored 2 goals on that side minimum. Jake's has now got his 3rd. 54 seconds left. 4 goals to find. And, I mean, yeah, this Omega Force side are so impressive. They are so switched on. And I have to say, I don't actually think I've seen too many, like, egregious double commits coming in from this Omega Force side either, which... okay, right. Well, Caster Curse is alive and well, folks, here on the B stream, as that one was not only a double commit, but a full triple commit from all members of Omega Force. So I'll shut my mouth and let Chebs cast the last 20 seconds.
Almost working out in your favour, and that might be something that they can take into game number 4. Slowpokes over the top, finds the gap, and definitely, although not the greatest of results, 7-4, looking like an improvement on game number 2, especially game number 1, going into this one. And now Kai is going to get us back underway. 15 seconds left on the clock. Cornflakes is going to send it long. Iron Man keeps it in that corner. Jake's the Snake is going to try and get this one back into the middle. Cut out by Kai, who's going to keep following it. Slowpokes over the top of one, but Bruv is going to keep the pressure onto that, and that's going to hit the floor, take us into game number 4, and Omega Force on match point already.
Wow. I don't think many people coming over to the B stream would have expected this type of performance from Critical Force, but they are proving everybody wrong. They are really giving it everything that they've got. And XP Cubs, they look shell-shocked. Yes, Captain Kai was able to get 3 goals by the end of it, but that's really all they have to show for it. Over on the A stream, it looks like that game is just about to finish. Joker's 1-0 up with 1 minute left on the clock, and they are currently 3-0 up in the series. So unless Tswana can get something in the last 60 seconds, that game is all but over. And it has to be said, Chebs, at this point, Omega Force have 4 chances to win this series. It has to be a reverse sweep from the XP Cubs in order to get back into it. And from what I've seen so far in this series, I don't see anything that makes me believe that that is going to be the case.
Omega Force have been so solid. The only thing that worries me from the side of Omega Force is they didn't make a single save in that game. Every shot that Cubs took went in. So that's the only thing that worries me. We saw so many saves coming in games 1 and 2. And that's kind of what was keeping them in that. But this time, Cubs were able to kind of find those gaps. And all the Cubs need to do is kind of solid up this defense, and they can definitely look a little bit more aggressive in this series. But Jake the Snake is already going to have an opportunity. Send that one goalwards. Kai can't get there, and Omega Force instantly in game number 4, proving what they've done in games 1 to 3. And getting that first goal on the leaderboard.
Nightmare start for the side of XP Cubs here in this game 4. And I can also confirm the Dynasty Jokers have swept Unitox Tswana. They will take the victory and they will go through to the final. That is a very dangerous touch from Kai. Ball to the back. Another chance from Bruv. Not going to do anything there. Jakes looks for that back post, but there's no one pressuring. And honestly, Chebs, why should there be? There's no need for Omega Force to overextend, to try and like push forwards and get as many goals as they possibly can. They're 1-0 up. They're 3-0 up in the series. They've just got to now frustrate XP Cubs to the point where they make sure they win this game. And that might happen here with Jakes looking for another shot. They'll be pushed away by Iron Man for the moment. But they still look very solid, do this Omega Force side. That is a double commit though. So once again, I've been proved wrong.
Omega Force definitely seem to be defending from the front. That's what they've done this series. 7 goals in 2 games, and I believe 4 in the second game. But definitely that's their kind of game plan. They're not too worried about keeping the goals out of their net. They just need to score more than their opponent, and that's what they're doing.
No!
Trying to go for the redirect, but doesn't manage to. But that might still go the way. No, Iron Man makes that save, but Bruv is there to tuck it away, and Cornflakes going for the style points, doesn't manage to pull it off, but doesn't matter in the end, as Bruv is able to bail them out of that one.
When I said they didn't need to score, I didn't mean actively do not score. That's a very different concept. But either way, they do get the second goal. They do get daylight between themselves and XP Cubs, and it looks like this grand final is going to be taking place much earlier than most of us had penned. As this one drops down, it's going to be cleared away. Jake's with an early save, and now, oh, that's great work from Cornflakes, playing the low 50, making it work for him as well. Good flick forwards. No boost to speak of, but maybe he doesn't need it. Cleared away for the moment, and Iron Man gets past the second, but waiting there is Jake's. Off the backboard, Slowpokes plays another low 50, and they seem to be really working for both of these sides right now. 3 minutes left, only 2 goals the difference. Maybe that's down to 1, and is Slowpokes from the ceiling, right on the 3-minute mark. Will drop this one down and will give XP Cubs another shout of getting back into this series.
That's a great read from Slowpokes to read the bounce off the ceiling and send it straight over the top of the defenders into the back of the net, and that's kind of the opportunity they need to try and get back into this one. But Critical Force going to have absolutely none of it. Instantly back onto the attack. Will give Slowpokes a chance to push this one forward. Jace the Snakes straight back towards the side of Cubs. The ball. Double demo coming through from Jake's to open up that defense, but Slowpokes does so well as final defender to get a touch onto that one and send it off to the side. Kai now trying to go over the top, but doesn't manage to. A little bit awkward on the goal line for Slowpokes, and Bruv is going to capitalise on that, instantly taking that shot, playing it over the top of him, and back to that 2-goal lead. And this is really where Critical Force are so comfortable.
And that there, believe it or not, in less than 3.5 games, is Omega Force's 20th goal of the series. They're looking for 21 here. It's off the crossbar, so close from Bruv. Not going to find it, but there's a chance. Surely we'll find it too. Jakes will get the goal, much to the chagrin of Cornflakes. But at the end of this day, Critical Force are just having fun. They're just enjoying themselves in the server. And I tell you who's not enjoying themselves, that is the XP Cubs. They have let in 21 goals now across these 4 games. And there is still 2 minutes, 20 seconds of this final game. I mean, they're really in struggle town.
Yeah, 100%. Not able really to get anything going. Every time they seem to pick up the ball in that half, Critical Force cut them off instantaneously, and that's what you need to do down here in Prospect. It's the best way of pushing forwards is just don't let the other team have any chances, and that's being performed perfectly by Critical Force. Ball is going to head middle though. This might be an opportunity for Kai. Up into the air. Bruv going for the squishy save. Isn't able to get there. All 3 players from Cubs in the net of Critical Force, but weren't able to get a finishing touch on any shot in the end. Kai across to the middle. Iron Man trying to meet it. Doesn't manage to, as that's going to be picked up by Kai in the back corner. Picks up the boost on his way through. Slowpokes trying to go past Cornflakes. Doesn't manage to. And Iron Man, very, very awkward, is going to be able to get a touch to save it, but doesn't manage to keep it out of the grasp of Jake's, as he's able to tuck that one away and put in the 5th goal just this game for the side of Critical Force.
Surely they're not going to treat us to 2 holidays in 1 series. Surely not. That's very generous, Omega Force, if they do get another 2 goals in 1 minute 20. And unfortunately, that is all there really is to talk about, because XP Cubs haven't given us much from their side. This one will be sent back from Cornflakes. Doesn't have the boost to work with, so Iron Man will go by. That's an own goal. Cornflakes gets on the board, 6-1. And XP Cubs look like they have absolutely given up in this semi-final. And actually, it was a bump. It was a bump. I can let Kai off a little bit. He did get bumped on the way back.
Yeah, super unfortunate for Kai. Gets bumped by one of the players from Critical Force and just bumps him into the ball and sends it towards his own net. Yeah. But I think that sums up this evening for the side of Cubs. Some unfortunate play, some mistakes on their part, and Critical Force have been so good to instantaneously fight back at them. Always finding that the opportunity to make the most of the mistakes coming from the side of Cubs. Kai's going to send that one towards net. Good save from Cornflakes to keep it out. 40 seconds left on the clock. And definitely in that call, in the Critical Force call, they will be talking about what they can do against the Jokers in that grand final, because the Jokers such a strong team in this division.
Absolutely.
And definitely Critical Force, if they play like this, will put up a fighting chance. But Jokers are definitely going to be looking forward to this one.
Yeah, now, here's a couple of fun statistics for you, as this ball will pretty much just fade out. Maybe there's one more goal on the docket. That one comes off the sidewall, off the backboard. Bruv waiting for it, looks for the pass back, not going to find it. And that is going to be Omega Force taking the 4th game, going through to face the Jokers. Now, as I was saying, Jokers have not lost a single series this season. But let me tell you something. They only had 2 draws on the season, and they won every other series. So 7 series won, 2 series drawn. One of those series that they drew was against Critical Force Omega Force. So that tells you that this grand final is very much going to be a tasty affair. Critical Force, they have previous against the Jokers, and they'll want to go one better tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And although we don't have the fancy graphics that the A-Stream have, I will let you know, Series MVP of that one is Jake's the Snake. Of course it is. Incredible showing from him across 4 games. 2,112 score, an average of 528 a game. Incredible from him. Also putting in 8 goals and making 4 saves across that series. So incredible performance from him. Top for goals though is Bruv, drawing with Jake's the Snake. 8 goals apiece, and Cornflakes not far behind with 7. So incredible showing. All players from Omega Force really showing what they can do. All of them kind of taking goals, taking shots, and it looked so good from their side in that game, and really are going to be a force to be reckoned with against the Jokers, who they will be facing very, very shortly over on the A-Stream.
They will, and that means that we have to shut down the B stream. The quarterfinals and the semi-finals are done. All that is left is one best of 7 to determine your prospect tier grand champions. Will it be Omega Force? Will it be Dynasty Jax? You will need to go over to our A-Stream, and I will be raiding them just after this sign out, so you can just stay right here, and I will bring everyone over with me. But for now, for myself, for Chebs, thank you so much for tuning in to Prospect Tier B stream. We will be back again, well, maybe not Chebs, but we will be back on this channel tomorrow for some more B stream action for our next tier up, which I've forgotten the name of. It is, of course, Rival. But until then, take care. Best of luck in the grand final.